I am told that my name is a household name or a football household name. And I say this with all, humility. And I think the reason is, for those of you who don't know, is the fact that my real mentor, apart from my father, where I grew up learning and playing football through, was the late Alhaji Sly Tetteh. I knew this man 18 years ago. I met Sly Tetteh. I had a football team. I had young boys that were from the war. A lot of them were orphans. A lot of them misplaced. And I got to putting them back into school and teaching them social skills. And before you knew it, I had a very formidable youth team, under 15. And at that time, I got to hear about this exceptional man in Ghana that had a football academy, had a football team, but he was just an amazing man in football. So I got his number. He'd never heard of me. I had, and I called him at 9 o'clock at night. I was so nervous because I didn't know I was probably saying 1 million words at an hour or something like that, trying to get through to him. So he said, young lady, let us speak tomorrow. So fast track, I told him that I wanted him to train me, to show me how he's doing what he's doing with young footballers. And I told him what my situation was. And so he invited me here to Ghana, and I watched what he was doing. My boys were a little younger than his boys. He had boys up to maybe the ages of 18 or 17. I had boys as young as 11, and they were orphan kids. So the struggle was to keep them in school and then do the football. So to cut a long story short, Sly Tetteh and I became great friends. He was my mentor, my big brother, a father. And he used to come to my country to see what I was doing. And I used to come here and watch the talent pool that he had. And I even brought 2 of my boys. At the end, I formed a very strong youth boys football team. Sly Tetteh came and would train me, and he would tell me what to do and what not to do. I then launched the first African International Youth Tournament. This was in 2008 or 9, where I brought teams from Norway, because my ex-husband was the Norwegian consul in Sierra Leone. I brought Cruzeiros from Brazil. I brought the under-17 from Ghana. I brought Liberty professionals. I brought teams from Ghana. We had a great international youth tournament. So my relationship with Ghana, my strength and belief that I have in football stems from here. Like I said, my father, he also was the chairman of a big football, Eastern Lions in Sierra Leone, still the biggest, but my roots and my learning came from here. Sly Tetteh, before he died, he came to Sierra Leone, as I would always invite him to the matches, and he looked at the building we were standing. It was the academy, the federation, and he said to me, he said, Aisha, he said, one day, he says, you see this building? He said, one day, they're going to ask you to come and run this building. So I was like, who wants to run a dirty building like this, So I was like, no. He says, they will ask you one day. He says, and when that day comes, you must say no. He said, they will ask you to be the federation boss of this country. Say no. As it was, they asked me, but he had passed away. If he were alive, I probably would have listened to him because he was my mentor. I probably would not have accepted it, but he wasn't alive. So I took it on, becoming the first female FA president in my country and one of 2 in Africa. And in the end, I was the only one in Africa.